All right. Make sure I get everything going. Got to get this right here. Now what? Now what, Cowboys? What we got to do now? Wait for the draft, right? I'm gonna let the room fill up. Y'all see me? I went and chopped myself up. Guys should have told me, man, my hair was looking all jacked up, man, when I was going live earlier. It's just one of those things, man. I didn't have time to cut my hair, so at least I got the side shaved down a little bit. So now we in the groove. Now we moving. Now we get things going in the right direction. Shout out to Silver and Blue Nation, producer G. I'm gonna tell you right now, producer G, the best, the baddest, the greatest, the one of the top producers you can ever think of when it comes to just putting things together. You guys saw Silver and Blue Nation earlier today. Big game, James, producer G, talking about all of the upcoming topics, talking about everything as it relates to the Dallas Cowboys. Look, they are on the money, guys. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. I was out of the pocket, but I said, hey, let's do this. And let me know, guys. I'm ready for you guys' feedback on this thing. Them coming out and having a show on the Law Nation's page so that we can really have some sports news and sports talk, some real authentic stuff out there in the wax, on the wax, I meant to say, in the mix, everything out there that we need to have talking about the Dallas Cowboys, the team that we just don't like, right? The team that we love. And that is everything as it relates to the Cowboys football talk and things of that nature. Look, now I say, now what? And you got to love that, guys. Let me see who's all in the chat box. Shout out to nothing happened. I need to change my title, man. If you thinking something happened, shout out to you, Mr. Fallon, and shout out to David Sheen and Renee and Italian Cowboys. Yo, 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 Law, what's up? Shout out to you, man. I'm just I just want you guys honest feedback, man, so that I know for sure we doing the right thing. Andrew Gilliman, shout out to you too as well, Mister whatever, I don't know how to say that, Mister, I didn't say 1000 Biker Boy. What's up, Law? Ryan Jackson, haircut, Law. Yeah, I shaved the sides off a little bit, man. I'm not gonna touch the top. My wife loved the top of my head. She loved the top of that. She loved the hair that's on the top of my head. So I don't want to shave it low, because when I start cutting it low, she said, baby, you cut too much off. So I'm going to keep the top. I know I got a little spring here and there, but, you know, yeah. But you know what I'm saying, though. Appreciate everybody. I still got the beard. I didn't shave that off. We're going to keep this thing going. We're going to keep this thing going, the little beard game. I might trim it down just a little bit. But outside of that, I appreciate. Yeah, the wife is right, huh? Yeah, the lady's always right. Hey, and guess what? I think I'm getting piece of my voice back. I think I'm not, sneezing and coughing as much. So shout out to the push-ups. Shout out to the pull-ups and working out and drinking lots of fluid. Drinking a lot of this stuff right here. Today is sponsored by Aquafina Flow. You know what I mean? Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session as we take a deeper look at Aquafina. What it can do, it can help elevate your skin, have your smooth skin, and have your hair growing and white teeth. Yeah, man. Hey, Harden, James Harden don't have nothing on my beard. Come on now, guys. You guys know what I'm talking about. Happy wife, happy life. You guys know that's the key. That's the scenario. But what I'm gonna say is, now what with the Cowboys? This is just my notion, my synopsis, my thought track, my opinion, my lawisms. I think that's how you want to call it. This is the thing. This is the thing. We're doing a lot, and I mean a lot of wheeling and dealing, right? As it relates to the small jag guys, just a guy, right? If one can say just a guy. But what I'm looking at is that now we start lessening the talk of Will Hernandez. We start lessening the talk of Isaiah Wynn. This is leaning more towards defense, and you guys know the doomsday defense is just right around the corner. We're ranked 8th overall in defense, and all we need is just one or two pieces to put this team and elevate this team to the next level. And I'm talking about if we get a Darren Trinidad James, if we get a Tremont Edmonds, if we get the Evans kid, or we get a Deron Payne, if we get, I'm telling you the place, Roquan Smith, man, this defense can be everything nice and with no sugar and no spice, just everything just nasty and nice. How about that? You smelling something? I'm smelling something too, Italian Cowboy. That meaning that we're getting closer to the mindset of saying, okay, being a good top offense is cool. It's great. That wins you a lot of games and gets you to the playoff. But having the top three, the top two defense, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that will get you to the Super Bowl. And guess what? When you have top defense, that wins you the Super Bowl. That is what I'm talking about. That's how you have to have in this draft. That's how you got to draft. You got to be able to draft with these defensive guys. Now, with that being said, they brought in Calvin Ridley, they brought in DJ Moore, they brought in some other wide receivers. I think the Pettis kid. They brought in some guys. So what I'm saying is, maybe, just maybe, you want to kick the can just a little bit and say, hey, I don't want nobody to be comfortable. I think that this is the Stephen Jones mentality. This is the Stephen Jones material. And this is the Will McClay. My job is to get rid of you. My job is to find a better player than you. And I'm really thinking that even though we have all of these moves, the exciting moves that's out there, maybe, and just maybe, we're going to go with a wide receiver too as well. It just not be with the first overall pick, well, the 19th overall pick. It might be in the second round. It might be in the third round. Who knows? But if the guy falls in our pool of players that just ranked high in our best player available, it doggone may just be a wide receiver. But what I'm hoping and what I'm leaning on is with that first pick to be a nasty dog of a defensive guy, because we understood. We saw that the Landon Collins of the world went away from us. We saw that the Jalen Ramsey, and that was a good course. One could argue and say, well, Ezekiel Elliott is everything too as well. So Jalen Ramsey is just a product of the system of the front four and all this good stuff, and just a good defensive-minded coach. Who knows? But what I'm saying is, but now we got our chance. We have a chance. Let me put my phone on silent because I know how this thing can go. But we have a chance now to solidify this defense. Had to put the phone. But you guys know, whenever somebody hit me up, look at this. Cowboys Nation all day, baby. We have the chance. We have a chance now to solidify this team so much and put it on a whole nother level. I'm glad I put it on vibrate because now it's going back and forth. But neither here nor there. I want you guys honest feedback. I've every Sunday, I don't know the exact time, but we should have Silver and Blue Nation. I'm talking about producer G putting out the hard work, the sweat equity that's out there, and putting out the content. And I know you guys with the big game James, he brings in a lot of thunder down there. He's talking straight passion. You got to love that passion that he brings out there. So guys, let me know whether or not you guys like that flow of just having somebody else speaking on the shade on the Nation show, on the Law Nation show. I meant to say that, I'm just talking. But let me know if you guys like that. All right. So Jordan K, get Derwin James. Oh yeah, hashtag get Derwin James. Hashtag Will McClay, Derwin James. That got to be in the same sentence all together. Will McClay. Because Will McClay, believe it or not, he listened to us, man. He listened to Brian Browders. So if he listened to the other guy that's on the Dane Bugler, I think that's how you say his name. Because guess what? That's how we got Xavier Woods. They were saying like, hey, Xavier Woods, Xavier Woods, Xavier Woods, Xavier Woods, Xavier Woods, Xavier Woods, and guess what? Hey, he made one phone call and said, hey, just bring Xavier Woods in. Let's go ahead and take this guy. Because one can argue and say the masses of our thoughts, when we put things together and we start speaking these things out, then some Brugler, Italian Cowboy, yeah. then some weird things happen. That's what we waiting on. We waiting on that weird thing to happen. What we want to happen technically in this draft, what we want really is that a lot of wide receivers to not get taken, I guess how you say it, within the first round. That squeeze some wide receivers to be picked later in the draft. And what we really want is a lot of quarterbacks to be taken before the 19th pick, because it's going to bump up those big players for us, right? And now we're saying, okay, now we're in a good place. Cortland Sutton. That's from my guy D. Will. I like Cortland, I like his skill set. Texas guy down in SMU doing his thing. But the thing is with that, will he be there? I wouldn't like him at the 19th pick, basically. I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like Michael Gallup. I wouldn't like him at 19. These guys that you guys mentioning, maybe in the latter part of the second round, I would like him there. And if we really get lucky, and I'm talking about really get lucky, maybe we can get him in the third round. That would be nice. Lucas, what's up? Shout out to everything. Misspelled his name. Nobody's perfect, right? Bleed Blue. What else you bleed, Blue? What's up, man? Shout out to you and your family and everybody that's following your page. Go out and follow his page. Who else? Blake. Shout out to you too as well. I love giving you guys shout out, man, because I know that somebody in that chat box, you guys that's in this, the 100 people that's in there right now, there's something about you guys that's special. And what that is that you guys have the ability to reach out and touch a lot of other Cowboys fans and tell them, how about them Cowboys? That's special right there. Tell everybody on your friends on your way to work, tell them, how about that Cowboys? That is what the Cowboys going to do. Yo, what's up? Don King. The draft is deep on receivers. They're deep on receivers. They're deep on running backs. So we got a lot of things that we can just say, okay, we can right now, the teams are just sleeping on these defensive guys. We can right now get a lot of good defensive guys to help us out. And one could argue and say, well, we was 8th overall in defense. We need to work on this and work on that. Let's look at these. So let me just slow down. Let's look at what we did so far, right? We went and got a Deontay Thompson, right? Yeah, he's not a world beater, of course, but he runs a 4.3, right? We went and got an Allen Hurns. Did that ring a bell? A poor man's Dez, a poor man's Jarvis Landry, who can play pretty much in a pinch. He can play the number one receiver, but we're not gonna put him there, of course. But he can play in the slot. He can play the Z. He can play the actual number 2 receiver. He can play those things, right? So we got him. You guys saw the film session. You guys saw what I said about him. I'm still have my reservations on him, but we are moving along, right, in the right direction. So now we went and got something to solidify what was our problem last year, guys. This is the now what session. What was our problem last year? And I know a lot of people gonna say, well, Dak Prescott couldn't throw the ball beyond 5 yards, right, accurately, or Dez Bryant was dropping everything thrown his way, even if he couldn't catch a cold butt naked sliding down a pole, one of those type of things, right? Couldn't hit, and Dak Prescott couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat, right? We heard all those things all last year, but one of the major problem was we lost half of our offensive line. We lost Doug Free, and I'm not saying that Doug Free was Captain Savior guy. We understand what Doug Free was, right, or is, or whatever. And we lost Ron Leary. And we had those holes, and it was just one of those freaky years where big number 77 was injured, and he was playing even half of Tyron Smith was better than pretty much probably 90% of the NFL tackles out there, left tackles. And he played serviceable enough, but he just kept getting injured, and that happened. The guy been playing for over 10 years in the league almost, and he's only 25. They don't even match right because he's so young, got that young strength. I'm just joking around about 10 years, but you guys understand what I'm saying. The guy been in the league for a minute, so hopefully, whatever his ailments are, whatever it may be, hopefully, they can suture or get that all fixed up. But what I'm saying is, what this team is doing is they solidify, and finally they listening to us. They getting this depth help. They getting depth help all together. And when we seeing it in the proof in the pudding. We seeing it out there. Whether or not you got the elevations of now iron sharpen iron, steel sharpen steel. You got all these things in the mix, right? You guys, come on, dance with me now. Come on, dance with me. We moving together now. We got the right tackle here. We got Lyle Collins. Now he might have to say, okay, I had to fight for my position. But what may be best for him, and I'm saying it, and I said it, I won't ride Lyle Collins to stay on the right side. But now he got some Super Bowl experience Flemings. And I know that a lot of people are going to be saying, okay, you talking like Fleming is the Elaine Johnson or somebody who can walk on water when he's in the league or whatever it may be. But what I'm saying is that Fleming's played very serviceable. He protected, quote unquote, probably one of the better, and I'm talking about the best, I ain't gonna say the best quarterback since Joe Montana, but he's in that same arena, right? He protected him. If Bill Belichick trusted him, protected him, that's depth, guys. So, but then again, that's competition. So think about this. We went and got another guy. I think Brian brought us, what the Martin guy's name? What's the full name of Martin, the offensive tackle guy, guard guy that we got now? I know one of you guys know. Come on, dance with me. Non-moving Brady, yeah. But Brady did have pre-snap reads who could be able to get the ball out. So Marcus Martin, thank you. Vern B. Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session as we take a deeper look at Marcus Martin. First and foremost, he is a depth guy. He will be a better fit than a Byron Bell, than a Chaz Green on that side. And Brian Brothers compared him to not Lyle Collins, but a Ron Leary, as far as his frame and his girth and his size and his strength. Oh my God. And I know Brian Brothers might look at a whole lot more film than I do, right? So hopefully, and I'm just not going to take his word for it because I always like to watch film myself. But on the quick side, I'm saying to myself, okay, thank God. The Clapper now got some depth on this offensive line, and we now have competition. And now, with that being said, who is to say the Dallas Cowboys might not draft a guy as far as offensive tackle, offensive line, or swing guy? Who knows, Draft Payne, King Quad. I mean, Payne would be nice. Payne would be really nice. What we do with Crawford? What we do with Crawford at this point? And I'm talking about the Crawford, the defensive guy. I mean, and somebody put in there bye-bye Beasley and bye-bye Williams. Now, I'm showing out because I got my hair cut. I want you guys to see the little fade I got on the side. You know what I mean? You guys, when you get your hair cut, you try to do all type of poses and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You try to get everybody to see your side so you can see this. This is my good side right here. If we do get rid of Beasley, or if we do get rid of Sweet Feet Terrence Williams, I don't want us to cut him. You know what? I want something. I ain't talking about something from nothing. I want something. These guys, we got the New England Patriots out there who just got rid of their guy, Damon Amendola, whatever his name is, who played for the Cowboys, and now he's going down there to Miami. I want something. I don't want nothing for free 99. We want to get something out of these guys. We need something. We just don't want to just get rid of guys, right? Law got the fresh fade. Yeah. And remember, you're looking at nothing but the best of the fresh fade. Brought to you by Aquafina Flow. There you go. It makes your teeth white. But neither here nor there. Keith Beasley Switz isn't ready yet. This is from Banks 411. Well, when would you know when you're ready? That's the only thing. How would you have the two of the guys with the same skill set, the same size, and one can argue that Ryan Switz is just a slight hair bigger, and one can also argue. I had to brush teeth. Yeah. I got something in my teeth. One can argue too as well that Ryan Switzer is a tad bit bigger, and one can also argue the fact that if Ryan Switz never pulled his hamstring, if Ryan Switz was able to start most of the I guess off season, preseason too as well, maybe then just maybe they would have pulled the trigger on Cole Beasley earlier. And also one can also say to this too as well. What is the mental capacity of Cole Beasley? Is he kind of fragile a little bit? You know what I mean? I'm just saying that. I don't know Cole Beasley personally. I know he can drop some freestyle. Shout out to 80 Sting, 80 Bing Steez or whatever. He got some freestyles in him. He got a career after football. I can guarantee you that. And man, shout out to Cole Beasley. I like his swagger. I like the sauce. I like all those good things. But it always goes back to the truth. It's better to get rid of a player 2 years before their time is up than get rid of a player 2 years after. And we do, as Cowboys Nation, we do coddle our players. We fall in love. And just like Jason Witten, old, reliable, it's probably the sun and set on his career 2 years ago. But the guy's still making Pro Bowl. He still have that notoriety. He still have people running up to the tunnel, shaking his hand, holding his hand, and saying, "Oh man, you the greatest." Off the field, by far, he's light years ahead of most players. And then on the field too as well. The guy never get injured. I always preach to this tune right here. If Sean Lee had any ounce of Jason Witten's health, like as far as stamina and stability and not being able to get injured, oh my God, they would have put Sean Lee in the Hall of Fame now. You'd have been looking at like the first guy ever that's in the Hall of Fame while he's still playing is Sean Lee. And this is why. His guy is flying out to the ball. He averaged 22, he probably averaged 22 tackles a game. I'm not making this stuff up. That's how this guy plays. Flies out to the ball. I have yet, if healthy. I remember that wave when everybody was talking about Kuechly, right? And I'm sitting here saying, man, Kuechly can't hold a cup of water to Sean Lee. If Sean Lee stayed healthy, but, that's a story of another day. And Luke Kuechly, I think he get injured too as well. All right, so what I'm missing in the chat box was his, right, game changer, Bowman and Boston. Oh, man, if we go out and grab a Bowman, and for those who don't know his first name, Navarro Bowman, I'm telling you guys, this guy have wisdom. And when I'm talking about wisdom, that's the understanding of that. It's pretty much wisdom is knowledge wrapped up all into one's mindset of somebody already being down there passing the test and knows what's going to be on the test before the test is even given out. That's pretty much what wisdom is. And that is what Navarro Bowman embodies. Now he may not be the fastest guy, of course. He may not be the strongest guy on the field, but he will be there on the spot. He's light years beyond and ahead of a Justin Durant, whoever we had out there who kept picking up and he just kept on falling out there. To me personally, if we go back to that playoff game when we played against the what was that? The Green Bay Packers, Durant, horrible. On that last drive, I do understand that Byron Jones was just lost in space. David Irvin was being blocked and held and all this stuff. And but go back on that film and look at Justin Durant on that play, and all you're gonna do is do this. Neither here nor there. Yo, Law Nation, have you ever think we'll see any Jamel Showers? He's been on the practice squad for 3 years now. Jamel Showers. And let me see who said that response, man. Shout out to you. 5'9", yo. I don't know. Jamil Showers is a good special teams guy. Maybe I guess the sun is setting on him. It's time to move on. We got a lot of pieces that we can get out there, and it's just trying to move on from Jamil Showers. Your D line is off the hook though. Defensive line, I don't know. James trash, Jamil the trash. Sean, yeah, you might be right. But it's a story of another day. I don't know how you look at Green Bay game 2 times. I tell you, Cowboy, I sit back and look at that Green Bay game, and I was just thinking like Ezekiel Elliott. That guy was averaging, man, yards. Hootie hoo, you see you in Dallas. Salute to the nation. Shout out to Voch Lombardi. I'm talking about the best college film breakdown you can ever turn to. Go follow his page. If you have not followed Voch Lombardi page by now, you sleeping under a rock. Go and get from under that rock and follow Voch Lombardi. I'm not just saying that because he's from my hometown. He's from my home state. I'm telling you guys, really, really, real talk. Go and watch Voch Lombardi content. I'm talking about it's never a dry moment. You guys know how people be saying, "Oh man, Law, man, you pretty good. You talk monotone." You're not gonna get that with him. He's gonna be on the money with everything. Just go and check his page out. You will not fall asleep watching his film breakdown. All right, so DJ Cobbs, Law, what do you think about the KD Cannon? You know what? Excuse me. You know what? The KD Cannon talk, I forgot all about him. I forgot to even do film work on him. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do film work now on him. What I'm going to wait for is see what the heck he do during this off season, see if he got his regiments together, see if he's going to do anything beyond the appeal. And then I'm going to do some lookup of KD Cannon. I forgot really all about him. And hopefully and rightfully so. We got to move on. Although we picked him up and we understood that he was drafted to another team last year, but he was like the last move we picked up last year. So unless he comes out of the offseason focused and ready to play KD Cannon and ready to run clean routes. Now, the knock on KD Cannon was the same thing that you guys don't like about T. Will. The problem is with T. Will, he catches the ball catches the ball with his body and let the ball enter his body and chest plate and all those things. Think about this. Just really think about this. KD Cannon is the same guy, basically. I think they went to the same school, if I'm not mistaken. But at the end of the day, we will wait and see. Body catcher 2.0, Terrence Williams 2.0. I think that he have a little bit better balance, off his release or when he's jammed or what have you. But we'll see. T. Will can't run out of bounds when he need to. No Dak Ninja. I don't know, man. He did cost us a game in 2016. We could have had a better record, what have you, by him not running out of the end zone or whatever, running out of bounds, what have you. But we'll see. KD Cannon. This is from Vern B. KD is just a slight hair faster. Do Law disagree? No, I agree. He is slight faster. Pure playmaker round 1 through 3. Pure playmakers. On what side of the ball? Ty. Just let me know what side of the ball you're looking for. Just pure playmakers. KD Cannon doesn't win the Super Bowl with his talent. Yeah, really, no wide receivers win you a Super Bowl. No top tier wide receiver won a Super Bowl in a minute. So defense win championships, and that's what we need to focus on. Don King, I say, will Hernandez be at 19, man, complete. I mean, if we go with a Hernandez, it'd probably be still nice, but it's one of those things where I'm leaning more towards his defense. T. Will is really blind. No, man, I hope he's not, man. Prince new song. Who's Prince new song? Vendor Esk. How you say his man name? Esk. Plays defense. I'm gonna look him up. To me, any draft question, direct them to Vach Lombardi. He's the man. He's the guy with the hour. He's the man of the hour. He got everything. Matter of fact, I can send Bosch the link and he can come on here and talk if he got time, because it's about what 209 people in the house. Let me know if you want to get on and talk. I had to put the headsets on. Bosch, let me know, man. Let me know if you want to get on here and talk and spit your mind, put everything in perspective of this draft, what we going to be doing in the next 30 days, and what if we're going to have T-shirts for sale, if we're going to have talk. You in the frat, bruh? No, I'm not in the frat. I'm me, fi me. But hey, Simp547, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your donation to help grow the nation. But what frat you in, man? What is it? Is it the Q's? Is the A5A? Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo. It's the Noops. Nah, man, with the lady friend, just cooling with y'all, man. Yeah, got it. Vach, you got to be with the ladies, man. Keep the lady happy. Hey, don't forget her. Don't forget to give her a drink. Law American Idol next year. No, I won't be on American Idol. I would not do that type of stuff, man. Waiting in that long line. I got a brother. I'm talking about, he can sing, man. And I remember us going all the way down there to Atlanta and waiting in line. I'm talking about the line longer than Shaq feet, and we sitting there waiting. The brother can sing, can blow. Had everybody in the line, and they end up selecting some dude that looked like he had. And, I'm not going to talk about him, but he had like pink hair with dreads and all this crazy stuff, tattoos all over his face. And that's the guy they selected. I'm just like, man, this is a gospel line, man. But neither here nor there. A5, J Form, shout out to you, man. Shout out to your frat. Law, what about DJ Moore if Ridley is gone at 19? What rest? I can't read that. I don't know, man. Look, Josie Jewell, man. Think about this. Close your eyes and try to look at this thing right here, guys. If you go out and think about this, a Derwin James with the 19th pick or what have you. Just so happen he falls in your laps and you get a Derwin James. And then you get a Josie Jewell. I think that's how you say his name. Josie Jewell. At the second pick, Then guys, we get Derwin James and Josie Jewell, and then we can go talk about offense. We can start looking at offense from the third and the fourth and the fifth. I don't care about nothing else. You know what I mean? If we get those two picks right there, I can just close tent. I can shut it down, and we can just start talking about film breakdown. We start looking at tape on these two guys, just independently on these two guys. And then with the third round, maybe we can squeeze in. Oh my God! And I know this would never happen, but can you imagine how Jacksonville Jaguars felt when they got a Jalen Ramsey, right? And they went and got a Jalen Ramsey with the fifth overall pick, or whatever what it was, and then with the second round, they went and got the. Help me out, Vach. What's this guy's name? Is at the tip of my tongue. I think he wears number 44. The linebacker guy. We had a chance to get him, but we went and got Jalen Smith instead. What's this guy's name? Miles Jack. Oh my God, man! Can you imagine if I was to tell you guys before the 2016 draft that the Jacksonville Jaguars were going to be able to get a Jalen Ramsey, right, and then fool around and get a Miles Jack? I think that's how you say his name. Man, don't you know how that fan base felt? This is how I would feel in a small sense if we fool around and get a Derwin James and a lights out linebacker like that. I'm talking about, man, Evans more realistic, Even if Evans falls that far, man, Jack had some of the best college film I ever seen. This is from my guy Vach Lombardi. That Miles Jack, man, Jack Miles or Miles Jack, you can say it either way. It'll still count. I mean, this guy was able to catch the ball out of the backfield and run, and he was able to just fly out to the ball. I'm talking about, I'm talking about just fearless, and they just said like, man, this guy is just like Captain America. You can just put this guy anywhere. He Captain America. He was injury prone, also though. I mean, did you guys see him play this year? My God, I know he got injured towards the latter part, but man, oh, Will Hernandez at 19. It looks like whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, Will Hernandez, the reason why it looks like that because of the fact that we went out and just getting all type of dogs for this, hogs, depth charts, depth guys. I meant to say not dogs, man. Please don't crucify me for that. We went and got all type of hogs in depth for this offensive line, and we're gonna really see some changes with this offensive line. I really think that the Cowboys sat back and said, okay, out of all of our positions, what was the main thing that we need to improve on? And one coach raised his hand and said, hey, wide receivers, they can't get separation. The other coach said, hey, man, the left side of this offensive line is just porous. Maybe we can get a right tackle. Maybe we can kick Lyle Collins back at left guard. Maybe the left guard, the continuity with Martin and Frederick and Lyle Collins, and now you have big number 77. Maybe big number 77 can stay healthy with Lyle Collins next to him. Then they say, okay, well let's just make this thing happen one way or another. Let's just go ahead and bring these guys in, and then they start bringing these guys in. Brought in the Fleming's guy, and at first I was like, we ain't gonna be able to get this guy. Then they flew around and got Flemings. Then they said, okay, we're going to look at a little bit more tape. We're going to bring in a Marcus Martin. We're going to bring this guy in. Maybe they're going to squeeze out some other guys. Iron sharpen iron, steel sharpen steel. Coach Carrot. Yeah, man, Italian Cowboy, I understand, man. Collins should be at right tackle. This is from Ray. Ray in the house. Shout out to you, Ray. A poll right now. For those that's in the chat box, for those who are listening now, should Lyle Collins play right tackle or should Lyle Collins play left guard? The choice is yours. Just put in the box somewhere with a thumbs up for Lyle Collins playing right tackle, and the thumbs down if you want to for Lyle Collins playing left guard. Or RT. Yeah. Andrew, you got the best deal. Just put in RT if you want Lyle Collins to play right tackle, and LG if you want Lyle Collins to play left guard. I see a ton of left G. What we're gonna do like this? We see a ton of the LGs in the house. The LGs are riding. The LGs are winning. What happened to the RTs, man? The RTs are behind. As we take a deeper look at this chat box, we're going to see who's winning. First and foremost, right now, I'm seeing a lot of LGs that's in the house. These LGs are Lyle Collins, solidifying that he should be a left guard. Now we have it in the race. We have it in the race. The right tackles are behind. Now winner sold. We have a winner chicken dinner. D. Wilson. This is for the information law always watching from Tennessee. I can't read that fast. All these people typing it. Let me go up, scroll up. That's for the info. Law always watching from Tennessee. I'm saying Tennessee. So with that being said, everybody's saying put Lyle Collins back at guard. And here's the reason why I think that a lot of people are looking at that aspect of it. It's because we play pretty well with Lyle Collins at guard. And to be honest to you guys, if you guys want me to lie to you, you want me to be honest to you. Which one? Which one you guys want me to be? You want me to lie to you, you want me to be honest. You want me to give you the PC answer, you want me to give you the sugar coating glossy answer. Honest. Okay. To be honest to you guys, real talk. Lyle Collins actually beat out Ron Leary at left guard. Go back, look at everything. I do understand that Ron Leary played longer because Lyle Collins got injured. but 2 years in a row, Lyle Collins beat out Ron Leary. And Ron Leary, towards the end of this thing, he kind of felt like a Skandrick at this point. He was like, okay, I know for sure that this kid is gonna play in this position or this spot. Just get me out the house, you know. And basically, that's what happened. And to overcompensate for Doug Free leaving, they kind of pretty much kicked Lyle Collins to their right tackle side because Lyle Collins played right tackle in college. And that's just the honest answer. That's the honest truth. So the Cowboys coaching staff, what they're going to look at now, they got this philosophy, go out and hit Mike Fisher up. They got this philosophy now is that they saying that we're going to start the best five. And whoever is the best five, they're going to start. To me personally, it's one of those things, man, where you got to look back at it now and say to yourself, okay, I might have to switch Lyle Collins to guard. Because what you going to do with Flemings at this point? I know he's versatile. He can play a little guard, but what he predominantly played. And who has the Super Bowl experience? Who have the most playoff experience? That's just the writing on the wall. Now, they can compete. Lyle Collins might say to himself, I'm not finna lay down. I'm not finna just bend over backwards and give this guy my situation. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to fight for what's mine. I'm getting paid as a right tackle. Come hell and high water, I'm going to fight for this position. I'm going to play right tackle. You can't move me out of this position. I'm like a tree planted by the water. I'm going to stay right here in right tackle. I'm not caring what you guys think about my skill set. I am Lyle Collins, and if you move me out of right tackle, then I'm walking. I'm getting out of the door. I'm getting out of the building. That could be his mindset. I don't know him personally. I just don't know him. We don't know whether or not he's saying, okay, I'm a teams guy, and I'm going to go ahead and move my tail back to left guard, and I'm going to do what's best for the team. We don't know that. You know, he might have the mindset saying like, okay, I'm a right tackle. Come hell and high water. I don't care what you guys think. I'm going to play this position. I don't care who you guys get out there and have, you know. But that's just my thought. That's just my opinion. You guys might know more than I do. But let me see. Let me read some more comments that's down in the box. Lord Pitar. I think that's how you say his name. Preach, brother. Preach. I'm going to pass the collection plate around now. You know, you telling me to preach, you know. I need the kind that fold, right? Not the kind that jiggle, right? I'm just playing with you, man. Virginia finest in the house. You right, Law. Yeah, man. I try to be right, you know, a little bit. You know, I try to be right. You know how it goes. Is Tyron Smith done? No. He's still 25. Boy, I remember when I was 25. I can go back to being 25. My God, you know, it'd just be a better day for me altogether. But I like the experience that I have now, and now I have more wisdom now, right, than knowledge. So I like being my 35 self. But he's 25. He's young. I think he's 25. He may be 26. I may be off on his age, but he's still young. He's still got a lot of years left in him. Law, do you live in Dallas now, bro? Yeah, I'm in Dallas, man. Shout out to Dallas, you know. Shout out to the Mavs, man. The Mavericks got to continue to lose so they can get a good draft pick, man. Oh, did you guys see the game? Did Duke win? Hey, who's in the house? Who's Duke fan? Shout out to the Duke fan. What Duke Nation at? Who made your Final Four team, man? Who's Duke? And we're going to switch over to the now what? You know what I mean? Kansas won. Duke lost. Kansas won. There you go. Shout out to Vern B for putting that information out there. Duke Nation. What happened, Duke? Man, it's just one of those things, man. Look here. Hey, it's one of those things, man. I think I'm always rooting for the underdog. I do know that a lot of you guys may not follow basketball, the Final Four, but I want this team from Chicago. I want them to win it all, which is going to be a hope and a dream. Somebody said Michigan. So whoever out there rooting for Michigan, they might say, okay, I said Loyola. Loyola. I think that's how you say your name. I can't really see that. I can't really say the Chicago's team name. Villanova, they might win it all. What do you think? Who's the greatest? He did great against Khalil Mack. Lyle Collins did a decent job against Von Miller. I mean, I think Von Miller got one cheap sack at the end. I think that Lyle Collins played just against a lot of people, a lot of dogs this year, and it was one of those things. He had 55 pressures. You got to understand too as well. Dak Prescott rolls out to his right, so a lot of times the team shift and move themselves on that side of the line, and a lot of times when you roll out to your right, you allow the opposition to come off freely on that side, so you can get the ball out to the flats. But who knows football? You're right. Villanova. I'm pulling for the team from Chicago. There you go. There you go, Wilson. There you go. Pull for the team from Chicago. Did good against JPP? Actually, he DDT'd JPP, man. He put JPP down in the dirt. But we don't watch enough football to tell you anything. I mean, he did his thing out there. I think Nova wins it all, Vern B. Put your money on it, man. You know how people be talking about at work? Put your money on it, man. Put your money on it, man. Put $100 on it, man. Nova loses to Kansas. Nova. All right, so Collins made JPP his baby. Yeah, I said that. He did. Hey, Law, how are you doing? This is from Ryan. Ryan, shout out to you, man, and your whole family. I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing great. I'm doing better. I'm talking a lot better now. I'm thinking that the pollen, I hope this rain comes to Texas and push all this pollen away. Everyone smash the like button for Law. TCDC Entertainment. Man, guys, if you in the chat box right now, it's about 197 people. I did get it all the way up to 230 people. I think you guys got bored of me, so you guys ran off. But the 197 people that's in the box right now, shout out to the 3 that just joined. Go and follow TCDC Entertainment. I took some of his clip that he made with the clip that you guys saw of Cam Fleming. It came from his page. It was on one of the Facebook page first. Somebody sent it to me, and they would say, man, look at this guy. And I said, okay, I can take a look at the film. And when I was looking at the film, I said, man, I really got to put this film out there so everybody can see. And lo and behold, I Googled TCDC Entertainment, and I saw that he had a Facebook YouTube page, and I was able to give him his credit. And I like to give credit where credit is due. So anybody, if I ever take your clips, man, just hit me up, let me know, because I'm always looking at film. I'm always looking at somebody's tape, and I always want to put my touch on it and all these things. But go follow TCDC Entertainment, man. He the one who really had the original clip of Cam Fleming's. If not, you guys know how much you got to go into details of chopping up film. It takes hours, man. Sometimes I wish I had a team of people that can chop up film and just send me the film and say, Lord, go over this film. Because if not, it takes at least, man, for me to go and find the film, go around, search all the films and curate them and chart film and do my study notes and put time stampers on it and stuff like that. It takes a minute. And when I do film breakdowns, when I do film reviews, I like to go with one. I actually go with one read. I don't try to go with like 3 or 4 takes. I try to do it all in one take, because you get your raw emotions, your raw opinions out there, your raw thoughts. If you guys ever do like film sessions, you do film reviews or anything like that, don't try to be so perfect, because you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fall, and that's going to happen. You just got to shake it off and get back up again and continue to do your film. So when I used to try to be perfect, and I would sit there, and I'm sitting there saying, dang, man, this film could have been out and people could have been watching it saying you suck by this time. So I said, you know what? Come hell and high water, I'm just going to do one take. And I'm going to submit it regardless of what it sounds like. And, of course, I had people coming back saying, oh, man, you mispronounced this word, or or you did a run-on sentence on this thing, or you didn't pause, you sound too dry. But what happened was I come to find out, that if you continue to just go out there and do the thing that you like and do the things that you love to do, you eventually become better and better and better and better and better and better. And then I always say, the reason why I say, and remember, you're listening to nothing but the best, because it reminds me of Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, regardless of the situation, he always say, I am the greatest, I am the greatest. And even if he getting his butt whooped, I am the greatest, So I always have that mindset that, like, remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Even when I'm having a sore throat, or I'm not even talking well, or having a bad situation at work, I'm sitting here still doing film sessions, film breakdowns, and I'm saying to myself, and remember, you're listening to nothing but the best, And I get people to hit me up. Oh man, you sound like trash, man. Your voice is annoying, but you probably gonna get that regardless. You're gonna have that to come in life. That's what is going to happen. Now what? Law about to hit 20,000 subs. Gonzalez. Shout out to you for reminding me this, man. Look, when I started this channel, I'm going to go all the way back. I know you guys heard the story before. My main goal was to get to 1,000, and at that point, before I even tried to get to 1,000 subscribers, my main goal was just to do a video so I can watch it back at work, because I work for a company that you really can't be online like that. You can't go to NFL.com, but you can go to YouTube. And when I was just shooting the video of the football games, I was talking about, like, man, this guy was too wide on his step. This guy needed to crash down on the box. This guy's hips was just too narrow. He needed to step up on his line. And this is a 3-4 defense. They're playing, this is the trail technique. I was just talking, just watching the film, talking over it. I wouldn't even try to do a film session. And somebody hit me up. I forgot his name, but he was hitting me up, and he was saying, like, hey, man, you do a damn good job on doing this film breakdown thing. And I'm like, what? Really? And then I just started from there. He made a request, and I started doing it from there. And then, dang, you guys got me now, So it started off small, and I really like doing it. It takes a lot of time to do film sessions, take a lot of time to do film reviews. I wish I could just be like one of those guys that can just really spit things out real quickly when I do the film session, but I don't want to put out garbage. I want to take my time and craft things together. But even with that, even with the quick film session, if you do a full film breakdown, it takes hours, man, to really do that. Now, those who can do that on the fly, salute to you guys, but at the same time, my flavor is my flavor, so, but neither here nor there. Let me reel it back in. Now what, Cowboys? Now what? We got these free agency moves. Now we're finna get around to the draft. Now what? What is the next move for the Cowboys? I do notice somebody lamented the fact that we need to go out and get a Navarro Bowman. I do know somebody lamented the fact that we need to get a Trey Boston. Eric Reed may be a case. The other guy, as far as Earl Thomas, maybe we need to will and deal for that. Or we can just sit down, be patient. We got some pieces. Now we can just wait for the draft and draft some more defensive pieces. Or somebody said, okay, with the 19th pick, let's go ahead now and get the explosive a wide receiver guy. I wouldn't be too mad about it, but I would be kind of like upset about it, basically. I want some mean, nasty defense. Defense. Patriots. Let me read this thing. Don said Bowman, Navarro, Law, we should trade T. Will and Baisley on draft day. If you have a trading partner, would you right now give T. Will up for Earl Thomas, right? Would you right now give T. Will up or Beasley up, or T. Will and Beasley up for Earl? What would be the price match, or what would be the calling card for T. Will? And you got to have somebody else willing to dance with you. That's the thing. And a lot of times, more than often, a team that a player then got burned from on, like for instance, Kansas City Chiefs, right? They looking at T. Will differently from what we look at T. Will. 'Cause I think T. Will had like 9 catches, 142 yards, right, against them. So they're looking at T. Will like, man, he's not that bad. We can get him in our system, and we have a Tyreek Hill on the outside. We put flex T. Will into the inside, or whatever. Have Tyreek Hill on the inside and have T. Will as number two, a solid number two receiver that can catch these little crossing patterns, and maybe we have a better offense. They may look at it different. Maybe we can do a reverse sweep with T. Will. They might look at T. Will a whole lot differently. Justin, what's up, man? Salute to you. Thank you for tuning in to the nation. Who else we have? Joshua Carter. T. Will is decent. He is, man. T. Will is decent. Vaping Beard. Switz No Beasley. I like that name. Vaping Beard. Demetrius Booker. Chaz Green. And Garrett for the 7th round pick. Oh, man, that's funny. Coney Ely? I don't know. DJ Moore over Ridley? All right, so, hey, Law Nation, what do you think about Anthony Miller? I was watching his film, and he looks great, and he's underrated. Let me see. Let me drink my water. I've been talking for like an hour straight. Let me see if I can slow down. I don't have no pause button on this thing, so. And remember, this show is brought to you by Aquafina. Aquafina just does more than just water. It makes your skin smooth and it makes your teeth white. Shout out to the fade game, guys. You got the fade in there. You know what I mean? Got the baby hair going. You guys, don't sleep on the baby hair, baby. Let me see. What's this Coney Ely talk is about, man? Could have 7 to 8 sacks in our scheme. I don't know about this Coney Ely talk. Educate me on that, guys. You guys in the box, man. Educate me on that. Frazier is the new ET. I don't think Frazier in this life will ever have the range of an ET. Maybe Frazier is more of the lines of a Cam Chandler, whatever you say his name, Chancellor, yeah, Cam Chancellor. Maybe he's more on the line of that, water, laugh out loud, copyright. yeah, they probably like me putting their stuff out there. But Aquafina flow is pretty good. Law, you got any offers from anybody who wanted to use your voice? Serious question. I did some voiceovers before. No major offer, just small offers, not major, But it's one of those things where if you're not really putting your name out there in the market, if nobody really, let's say if I do a crazy video and I go viral, right? Viral, I think that's how you say it. Maybe somebody will say, hey, man, this guy with the golden voice. Think about this. The guy that was a homeless man, whatever, with the golden voice and everything, he probably talked to a lot of people, until that one person say, oh, man, let me just make fun of him. A lot of times, man, if you want to go viral, you can just do a crazy video. I can go running here with my shirt off and put ketchup and mustard all over my face and start talking. This is a film breakdown of Law Nation taking mustard and ketchup to the face, Probably go viral that way, or if I do something crazy like pour water, on my face, like, I'm not gonna do that. But you guys know how it goes. They're not really releasing Daz. This is from Joshua. I'm sorry, Joshua Carter. I don't think that they will release Daz. I think that what's going to happen is, if Dez show any regressions or anything like that, or anything of just not complying to this offense, then they might say, okay, Dez, this is your last year. You know what I mean? Rico gathers yes or no. Think he's going to be great. talk is cheap, man. Playing out there on the field is everything. He got to be able to play on the field. To me personally, if Rico don't show up and show out and do things like that this year, then I just probably hit that. What's that? What's that commercial they used to have? The Staples commercial where it says "easy button" or something like that. There should be a button that says release button. I want somebody to not just talk about it but be about it. Let's see, Michael Bennett. Oh my God, man. I really don't want to be TMZ-ish, however you call it. But that guy's a joke, man. I don't know what really happened, really, to be honest with you. But there's a saying out there. Not everybody's lying on you, right? Not everybody's saying that. If everybody behind me say that this wall is black or this wall is blue behind me, then, that would be a different story. But everybody can see with their eyes that this wall is pretty much a beige or vanilla or cream or eggshell or any other of those colors. But if somebody says, hey, Law, the wall behind you is blue, and if 1,000 people and 10,000 people start saying that the wall is blue, then I'm the wrong one, right? But we know that we can't get 10,000 people to say that that wall is blue. Now, the thing is with the Bennett guy, not everybody's lying on you, right? So at some point, some way, if trouble always following you, then you are not doing something right, basically. So my thing is, I think that he should go ahead and just retire, move on with his life. If you want to be an activist, be an activist. If you want to be a stand-up comedian, be a comedian. If you want to be like this guy that just want to bully everybody on Twitter, then be that guy. But if you want to play football, just go out there and play football. That's my only thought, man. But this guy's a joke. It's blue. Gonzalez, yeah. Now, if you find 10,000 more people to say it's blue, then I'll say, hey, man, Gonzalez, I'm wrong. You're right. All right, so the truth, Law, love it. Hey, backwoods, boxing, right? What you know about boxing, man? You Southpaw, Southpaw, you know what I'm saying? Southpaw. All right. How is Bennett a joke, brother? You really want me to break it down to you how he's a joke, right? Just look up this man's information. And that's just all I have to say. There's a lot of things that happen out there to people, but there's a lot of things that don't happen to people. But when there's things that constantly happen to people, then 9 times out of 10, you're not doing what's right, Law Nation, I hope you are a Cowboys or use Rico Gathers more than the season, and it also help our coaches use him. Yeah, man, I don't know how tall you guys are that's in the chat box, but I can guarantee you right now, if Rico Gathers walk into a room, you're going to do this. You're going to look up. The guy is 6'8", right? And average football player is not 6'8". Don't run routes like him. And if you're trying to play pickup basketball and you got Rico, your option was to pick Rico Gathers and Jason Witten. 9 times out of 10, you're going to say, give me Rico, guy. Give me Rico, guy. Give me Rico. Give me Rico. We're going to win by 10, man. I'm putting my money on it. Give me Rico. Now, even in football, if you line them up and you said, here, okay, you got Jason Witten in this corner right here, and you got Rico Gathers. You already know Jason Witten is 35, 36 years old, whatever it may be. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna say, give me that guy right there that's 6'8". I'll figure out the rest. Somehow, some way, we got to figure out. Give me Rico Gathers, and I'll figure out the rest. I would try to win with that guy. It's up to the coaches to get this guy up to par, but it's also a percentage of the Rico Gathers' willingness to get out there on the field too as well. He has to be right now either in the weight room, reading the books, learning the plays, and I don't want all this talk saying I am the greatest, I am the best when he don't put in the work. He put in the same sentence that I will be the top 10 or top tier tight end, but in the same breath, I don't like practicing. At the end of the day, you got to work on your craft some way, somehow. I'm 6'7". Virginia Finer, you 6'7", but are you 280? You know what I mean? Or are you whatever Rico Gather size? And then Rico Gather 6'8", so you still might be like, man, come on, man, how you get this tall and big, man, and run that fast? But Hey, Virginia Finest, man, 6'7", hey, man. I don't know your weight. You 6'7", 380. My God, man, come on down to the Cowboys. How old are you, man? Come on down. I could really put you to work, man. Shoot. Anderson Boyce, 7'6". George Mirasan in the house. Rico next to Martellus Bennett. Oh, it'd be a nightmare. Rico 6'7", 280. 6'7" and a half, 280, 6'7", and 6'7", 380 swing tackle, baby. I mean, ooh, wow, man, I could work on you, man. 6'7", man. What else? What else? What are your other measurables, man? You 6'7", 380 swing tackle, man. Man, you a monster, man. You gigantic. All right, so what else we have? They call me Young Yayo. I'll be 34 in August. Man, there's still a hope for you, man. But you still probably have to have a little quickness on your hips and feet. So although you're 380, I would like for you to get down to at least 365, maybe 355 at that size, at that weight. And we can really work on you, man, on a whole lot of stuff. But neither here nor there. What we have out here, it's better to be regenerations. I don't know what that is. Or lack of work. Too late, bro. 34, yeah, it'd probably be too late. The sun has set on them. We'll take care, Law Nation. I got to get some sleep. Take care. See you next time. Ron Smith, shout out and salute to you. I really probably need to get me some sleep too as well. Jason gone if the Cowboys are having another losing season. I had somebody to put down that we're going to go 4-12. That's probably be a bittersweet for us next year if we go 4-12. Not never to speak those things, but it might be a bittersweet because you get rid of Jason Garrett. But at the same time, we going to win the Super Bowl, baby. There's no that 4-12 talk. If anything, it's an even year. I will be It'll be crazy. I'm talking about very crazy if we go anywhere less than what we did last year. I'll say to this: Jason Garrett, Red Garrett, Jason Garrett. This is an even year. He will have a record of 12-4, 11-5, 10-6. Probably be the worst. This guy we will have a winning season. We'll be okay. Look at the moves, man. We like Cardi B. We ain't making money moves, we making moves, baby. 11-5, he keep his job, man. I'm telling you, man. Jason Garrett, Red Machine, he gonna do some things, man. This is an even year. We're gonna get things going, man. It's gonna happen. Yes. Think big, Super Bowl. Man, I'm telling you, I've been saying every year since 1996, we're going to win the Super Bowl. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to win it. We in it to win it. We are in it to win it, guys. Let me see what else we have here. That's right here. Let's go in there. How long this stream been going, guys? I'm trying to figure out how long this stream been going. You guys know. How long your thing says on the ticker? Because don't tell me how long this thing been going. I'm doing a stream a different way, so that's why I don't know the timer. So, with that being said, fire Jason Garrett. 1 hour and 8 minutes. Thank you. Okay, that was my time frame, man. I was trying not to do like those 10-hour stream, man. I know I did one stream Saturday with like 3 hours or something like that, and I can talk to you guys forever, 30 minutes ago. Cowboys in good shape so far. Got to stay healthy, though. We got to get depth, man. This is a no-excuse league. We got to figure out a way to get depth. 16-0, King Quad. Man, I had those high expectations last year. I don't see 16-0. I don't want to be undefeated because that just bring in too much stuff. It's just kind of like a bad omen to me. Let the Dolphins have that record. I want us to have some reality of losing. To me personally, can I be honest? Can I be honest with you guys? You guys want me to be honest with you? You guys want me to be honest with you? Think about this. This is what I want the Red Machine to understand. If we go 12-4, I want somebody else to be in the mix. if we go, what scares me, no lie. Shout out to you, Trividi. I think that's how you say your name. Realistically, I want us to go like 10-6, make it in through the wild card. We have no bye week or none of that stuff, and I want us to continue to play. Continue to play. And the only time I want us to have week off is when we go into the Super Bowl to get rest up, and maybe we get back another star player and we play from there. I'm so scared of us just. Yeah, I said it. I'm saying what you guys thinking. I'm scared of us having an off week and then we get back and we lose all of the poise and continuity. I really think that bit us last 2016 having that off week. I want us to go in through the wild card. I want us to beat whoever the hell we play that week, and then I want us to want us to win the next week, and then I want us to win the next week, and then I want us to go to the Super Bowl, and I want us to win it from there. I don't want nothing given to us. I want us to scratch and crawl and fight through every fight, so that when we get into this playoff experience, everybody's battle tested. Everybody's ready to get out there and make things happen. That's what I want. That's what I really want us to do. It's coaching, bro. It's coaching. Carter, I understand. We know it's bad coaching. Look, I'm going to go back and rest my shoulders on this right here. 18-2 Super Bowl winner. This is from the foundation. The foundation may be right, but at this time, I want us to at least lose a little bit more than 2 games. At least 13-3, 12-4. I want us to be around that elk. And if not, we can be a 10-6 or 11-5. But neither here nor there. What I'm saying is, we got to figure out a way. If we can just figure out how to get to the playoff and not play Green Bay, that's right, the pro production. Yeah. No bye weeks, man. Yeah. Man, what is Dak doing for accuracy, bro? Eamon, the thing is what Dak should be doing for accuracy is first and foremost, his accuracy was there. Throwing in tight windows, cool. What Dak needs to learn is to how to outthrow the brackets coverage. What Dak needs to learn is pre-snap reads, the play when he sees and trusts with his eyes and say, okay, this safety is coming down and creeping into the box. This guy is playing wide, and this nose tackle, he's somehow lined up over the center. Now I know for sure, based on what I'm seeing here, that this 2 receiver is going to be open. You see what I'm saying? I can motion this guy in a little bit. I'm not going to have him running a skinny post. He got to be able to see this within fractions of a second. Sometimes Tony Romo was able to change a play within fractions of a second. But what we fail to realize with all our minds and our thoughts and our heart and our soul and our sinew, all these things together, that Tony Romo wasn't starting out playing like that in 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. It took him a minute to get to be able to watch everything slow down. And that's what I need Dak Prescott to work on. Pre-snap reads, and guess what? It's not going to come practicing out there on the field. It got to come in a live game setting. And that's what happened. When Dak Prescott understands and start playing in a live game setting, then it will happen. Now, of course, somebody's going to argue and say, well, Carson Wentz, he was carving up a lot of people. First and foremost, Carson Wentz wasn't playing a number 1 schedule last year, right? Can we agree with that? And then secondly, Carson Wentz was a second overall draft pick in the 2016 draft. He is recommended to be one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. Him and Jared Goff. Now, the other thing that we fail to realize with Carson Wentz, which he is a stud. Now, I will say this to the Eagle fans and all the people who love the Eagles. He is a stud. But there was a documentary that I remember watching on Carson Wentz. The guy got photographic memory. He's like this guy off of Suits. You ever saw that movie? Where the guy show him this thing right here and say, okay, read all this. And Carson Wentz, you can show him this, hide it, and he can know what's everything on there. When I saw him do that, look, Carson Wentz, man, and I'm not trying to puff him up and all this stuff, but Carson Wentz got a photographic memory. And what a photographic memory is, you can show him this sheet of paper or pretty much show him this right here, and he'll know everything on that sheet of paper. That's his ability. That's something just beyond belief. He got that skill set, believe it or not. And when I looked at that documentary, I hope I'm going to find a documentary, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to put it out there so everybody can see. This guy is amazing. When I saw that, I said, dang. I was gonna say another word, but I'm trying to keep it PG 13 and PC at the same time. I said, dang, this guy got a photographic memory, man. He gonna be wreaking havoc the next year. And lo and behold, the teams what he saw last year, he was able to recall that information and put the ball out there in the right places. And that's his skill set. That's what we're up against. Now, the only thing that we can probably say, okay, maybe it may be a blessing for us in disguise. And you don't want to wish this on your worst enemy. You want to be able to play the best. You want to beat the best to be the best type of thing. Is that he got an injury now. He's injured. And one thing we know about life will throw you that curveball. And one thing about your knees, man, not everybody have the Tom Brady mentality when you have your knees all snapped up and bust up and you can just get out there on the fray. Now, when somebody dived low at Carson with that ball that he tried to release, will it still be on the money? You see? Will he able to sneak out of the backfield now and run the ball and get it extra 5 yards? Or will he say, okay, I got the RG3 knee. I got the RG knee thing going. Will Carson Wentz be able to overcome his insecurities now with that knee? That's the only thing. Not saying that you want to lean on that as Cowboys Nation, but that's just my talk. My thoughts on Carson Wentz, and he is a good guy, man. But they got him a Super Bowl, and they still looking up to us, right? We still Cowboys Nation all day, baby. We bleed silver and blue. I saw somebody in the name that named themselves Bleed Blue. But it is what it is. But it is what it is. All right. So I'm going to just give a quick shout out before I go. Shout out to first and foremost, shout out to 228 people that was in the room. Now it's 212. Shout out to you guys that still stood in to the end. Shout out to Virginia Founders in the house, King Quad, Raptor Charge, Trividi. Shout out to you, Jason7416, JR Mirth. Shout out to you too as well, Billy Murphy. Later, Law Nation, shout out to you. Salute. Shout out to Jordan K, Spoony Dog. You've been following the channel for a minute. Barry B, you too as well. Shout out to JP Cooper. And also shout out to Vadas Lombardi. I know he's with the lady. Remember, be gentle with the lady. All right, and Jada, shout out to you too as well. Steve, what's good? This is what I'm going to do, man. For those who are in the box, and I thought about doing this before, and since we're going to wrap this thing up, for those who are in the box, I really thank everybody for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Sessions and the Film Talk and everything of that nature. It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to try to keep this thing up one way or another. I promise you guys we're going to put more film out there for everyone out there. And appreciate you, King Quad, and appreciate Carter and whoever I left out. Please charge it to my head, not my heart. I'll be remiss if I left you out, but it's just one of those things that didn't happen when you try to read and there's everybody putting their stuff out there. But I really think that this team has everything that we need to do in order to win the Super Bowl. We just got to have those one or two places and the one or two things that happen in the right places. See how I changed my voice to get everything going? Shout out to Aquafina Flow for having me with the water. It makes your hair look good, it makes your skin look great, and it makes your voice smooth too as well and your teeth white. So don't forget to drink Aquafina Flow. Drink it up, right? But that's all the time I have for today. I really thank you guys for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace. Oh, man. I'm out.